I didn't even put on my mic. Let's see. There we go. Let's turn this off. Boom. Boom. What's up? Boom. What's up? All right. Boom. What's up? Sorry. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Come on now. There we go. Boom. Let's go right here. Right here. And we're live. We're live. We're live. Let's see. Who else is on here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Hell yeah, Lynn. You're on time. That's a first. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. All right. Everything looks cool. Does everything look good? Oh, maybe this light right here. Bow. All right. Let's see. How's it going, Lynn? Hope everything's okay. Hope everything's good. Let's see. I think everything looks all right. Side of my hair. My hair looks a little crazy. So I'm gonna put this right here. Boom. Right in the middle. Let's see. Let's see if I should redo. How how's everything going? Did you watch the live from yesterday? It's pretty. I know you said you watched the singing. Y'all better stop asking me to sing, cause next thing you know, I'm gonna think I'm an artist or something. Nice rainy day, love it. Yeah, it was rainy over here too. It was good. It was rainy, and actually today was it rainy or was it hot? I don't know. It's been raining. Hey, Amina, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Let me see. I watched all of it. Awesome. I think I should do more lives like that. And I actually have a special announcement. I wish I would have been able to say it yesterday when I had a whole bunch of people. Hey, Ma. Um, but Nico from What You Got to Say hit me up. I'm gonna be going live with him tomorrow at like 7. I don't know if it's his. I don't know what it's on. If it's Patreon, Twitch, or YouTube, I'm not sure. He's gonna send me some information. Maybe I should log in and take a look at it. Let's see. I'll have this turned on. But I thought that was pretty cool. And he said he's gonna have other channels too. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I have my iPad right here. Let me see if I got an email or something from him so I can let you guys know, because I would love for you guys to go. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. Where's my freaking email? Oh, of course not. Do I even have email on my iPad? I guess not. I guess I'm just not prepared. Ain't that something? Um, okay, let's go. I feel you're a little impatient, man. Let's see. All right. I should have the email right here. Sorry, I'm all up in y'all's faces. Let's see. Boom. Let me see. Focus. Other. I guess I haven't received anything yet. Oh, maybe right here. Oh yeah, whole bunch of stuff. Um, boom. There it is. Yo. So it'd be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. A few other reactors, like all of us, to meet at 6:30 so we could sound and video check. Okay. What is it? What is it on though? It's not telling me. It's not telling me what it's on. I wish I could tell y'all. Let's see. Uh, doesn't tell me. Oh well. But we'll be going live. When I get more information, I should probably do a post on it. But all right, how long have we been doing this already? talk about this book. Let's talk about this book. Is it called what? Please take care of mom, or please look after mom. Is that right? Let's go back. I have it right here. Please look after mom. So this one, it was in my library, but I had to. So I've been reading it on my phone, like this. So it's the first time I've done that, and yeah, Nico will probably announce it for sure. Um, so it's my first time reading like that, so it's pretty cool. But because of that, because I haven't been bringing around the actual book, I keep forgetting the name of the title. I keep saying the wrong one. So, what do you guys think? Right? And so, while you guys type, I'll go into some of my thoughts. I think the so okay, so Lynn, you actually were already able to put your thoughts. You said enjoying even though it's the story is sad. And Amina, you say heartbreaking. 100%. 100%. So, oh man, like first off, I want to talk about how the first chapter, and I kind of started reading some of the third chapter, but the first chapter is talking about like you as if you're the character in the story. That's I think the first time I've read a book like that. That's like, well, when you met saw mom and when you talked to her and when you did this and when you did that, that's pretty unique to me. Like I haven't really ever read anything like that. So that I think it's a cool way of making you feel a little bit more connected to the story. So that's pretty cool. Um, but I did wanted to shout out that like, have you guys read a book that's like that? Have you ever experienced anything like that? And then so far it's just two points of views, right? It's the middle sister, right? The third, I think she's like right in the middle of five kids, right? And and then the second chapter is like the oldest son, but it's like the perspective change. I forget which one that is. The you is a writer. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but is the writer, is the author the person? Is this like a more of a like actually something that happened? I don't know. I didn't really look into the book. I just kind of started reading it. Do you guys know that, or is it's all fiction? Because I mean, I got it off the fiction, so it can't be, completely true. But yeah, the you is a writer. Man, it's crazy because I see it as like the way that I'm interpret like feeling the book is from like the son's point of view, or not the son, but like the child's point of view, the mom's child. And so it's kind of like it makes you feel like all the things, it makes you realize like all the things that your mother has gone through. And I know uh, both of you guys are moms. My mom's a mom, my dad's a dad, but like it it just goes to show like there's so many like just the time where like a child and a parent's relationship, like all the kind of like the misconnections and then disconnections, all the disconnections in a relationship, sometimes the lack of communication and like the fact that you don't sometimes appreciate people until they're gone. And then like the fact that the mom is such a strong woman, is such a strong character, right? That's another thing that like you just you root for the mom, but you can't find her, right? Like everything that you've read of the mom is just a memory. Um, so let me read what you guys are saying. So Lynn, you said, I mean, she's an author in the story, but I like how the point of view changes. Yeah, that was pretty cool too. How it went to the son. Because that's what I'm used to reading. But like, so at first it kind of took me a while to like kind of be like you know, like that was kind of different. But the when it changed to the sun like that, that was like more like a normal book. Um, and then you said, Amina, you said yes, hits home for me since both my parents are gone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can imagine, because it's like, we don't know where mom's at, and so if you guys have, you know, are in the same boat like that, yeah, I can see how it can hit home. Um, and I'm sorry your parents are gone. Wish things you wish you could go back and do over or better. Yeah, and then yeah, sad face for Lynn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It makes you go back and think about, man, all the different ways you could have handled things. Like also like the times parents, us as parents, we have to be parents, and our parents were parents, and you know you have to be the bad person because the child really doesn't fully understand why you're doing stuff, and then how sometimes maybe your mistakes are held against you. It's like nobody's perfect, so it's just a sad story. Like, what particular parts in the story are stand out to you guys? I kind of want to know. Um, I don't know why, but to me, I get like a reaction every time I hear that the person that everybody thinks the mom is wearing sandals with an open wound. Like that's the part that really like it really like makes me feel like, oh, I wish I could do something. I wish I could help. I wish I could find this person, and it's like it makes me feel a little judgy on the kids. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's just like if my mom was missing, I would like put everything down and try to find her and like not give up. So there is some frustration that I get from the kids. Mom reminds me of my farmstead grandmother, all the things she has to do in a day, every day. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Whenever she was talking about the kitchen, when I think was it the daughter asked like, "Hey, do you like being in the kitchen?" And like she didn't even think about it. It's like it's not even like I think about it. It's just that I have to do it. So I have to do it. Yeah, and then Amina, you said yes, and how it looks like she's visiting all the places that her son used to live at. Yeah, and then Lynn, you corrected to had to do. Um, Mom was the kitchen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amina, you said mom was the kitchen. Like that's something that was said in the book. Yeah, and it's kind of like it feels like I don't know. I have a feeling that this person that people think they're seeing is kind of like the ghost of the mom. I don't know what happened to the mom, but I don't feel like something good happened to the mom. And I feel like it's like her spirit is making them remember all these things. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty common as adults to like kind of grow up and then just be like, man, like the things you gave up on, like the son, the fact that he gave up on it, like his dream, or maybe just wasn't as good as the like he wasn't as good as he thought he was coming out of a city because he's from a farm boy. So like, maybe the competition, like he was in the top of his class, he did all this stuff, um, and maybe it just wasn't he just wasn't good enough once he had like competition in college in the city and stuff like that. So, it's kind of like how he was able to pivot, and sometimes the pivoting is good in my eyes. It's like okay, you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish, but you got somewhere else. But in this book, it's kind of like the mom felt like she felt him, which is crazy. Um, yeah. Lynn says it seems like they just keep missing her. You're talking about like when they start getting to these places, right? It's like she was just there, or like a week or two, because the pharmacist kind of grilled them. It's like, hey, like this was like 2 weeks ago. Where have y'all been, right? And how daughter realized that her mother couldn't read or write. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think that's also stuff like it's like I think I can relate to that. That's the part that hits home to me. Is like sometimes like you grow up and you know your parents as an actual child, and you grow up to be an adult, and then there's things you learn about your parents like after you're an adult, and you're like, I thought I knew you. You know, I felt like I really resonated that because there's been times where like I've learned things from my mom and dad that I was like, huh, I never knew that about you. You know. And then Lynn says, seems like very traditional Korean values and family dynamics. That's another thing too. But you know what? It's crazy because it's like, as much as cultures are different, we're still fairly similar. You know, um, like my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so she did a lot around the house. But then also like my grandma, like from my dad's side, they came from like a more of a like a ranch or country style of living, and just hearing her stories and things like that, and just like how the values are there, and the respect and what you expect from different people. But there's definitely things that are true to Korean, because obviously they're from Korea. But um yeah, yeah, that's wild. The part that also is kind of foreign to me is whenever the older brother went to Seoul, right? It's in Seoul, and then it's like when she sent the other siblings, and it's like you're the dad here. That's a pretty crazy responsibility, you know. So that's pretty that was pretty like crazy. Just trying to imagine stuff like that. Um, And then Lynn says, yes, very relatable how we view family at different stages of our life. Yeah, I don't know. Something that happens with these Asian or authors, especially like these books that are really good books, at this point, I don't think there's going to be a happy ending. I'm so like, I got that, what's it called? PTSD. I got some, because obviously the other books we've read really didn't have like the best endings, or had incomplete endings. I don't know if we're gonna get some answers. But I love these type of books because, like, let's say there is no answers, like it's just a moment in time in these families, like where it's like this very big thing happened, and you're just kind of going through the thing with them, and maybe there is no resolution. Maybe the resolution is a sad one where mom is never found again, but they're left with the lessons, or maybe it's a happy ending when they find mom and she's okay, or anywhere in between, because the possibilities are crazy. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's very it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere. I don't know where this story is gonna go. Um, we'll throw the book against the wall if sad ending. Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Oh, and then Lynn, I didn't see you said I really don't want this to end badly. Yeah, like it's like this whole book is telling you how badass mom was, and how she sacrificed herself, and how she did all these things, and put her family first and suffered, and like the way that she loved her family and everything like that, and then for it to be like, oh yeah, and then she like passed away in this really shitty type of way, that would suck. Alfredo, you said, I don't know much about the book, but you can go out and eat at every restaurant around you, but the taste will never be the same as what mom cooked and taste. Yeah, and it's funny because you say that because that's part in the book, right? They remember like the mom made a lot of stuff, had a lot of jars. She was a farmer, so she like would. It seems like she would make kimchi. She would, which I don't really, I've never had, so I don't know what goes into making kimchi, but like that she would like pickle or jar these things and then use them later, and then bring soups and all this stuff. So like, yeah, it's funny. It's part of the book because that's one thing that they remember, just mom always having the food and cooking things up, and even like feeding, everybody else before she even ate. And that's funny because that's, I noticed my mom do that when I was little, and I noticed my wife do that. They're the last ones to eat. And my grandma used to do that too. Lynn said, even just prepared for father to return home from the other woman. Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of crazy too. Like, it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like the dad at all. Like he seemed like, if you have any reason, like he was careless. It's like you can't help but to like blame him a little bit for mom not being there, and then all of a sudden you realize that he like legit brought a whole nother woman to the house, and this woman just tried to take over. Like that was wild. That was wild. Yeah, not good feelings with that. But and then Amina, you said, but they were embarrassed by her when she would bring them food to them. Provincial versus city sophistication. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, and that's another part that hit home to me. It's like I'm a first generation American. My mom's Mexican, and sometimes you're growing up in a different country, and it's like you want so hard to like fit in and not be seen as something different in this area that you're growing up in, and it's like you are, and I think the thing is, so the thing I was blessed is that I'm from Texas, and so there are other people just like me, um, but when you want to have some type of like national pride, like it's like, well, I'm an American, and we ain't going nowhere, and it's like you wanna be an American, and maybe when you grow up you don't know, and certain things that your parents do kind of embarrass you because it's like, they know their traditions, they know their things, Um, and so then Lynn, you said she would load up whatever she would load up whenever she went there. Yeah, like brought a whole freaking thing. Was it like bean soup or something, right? And Amina said, even though he had another woman, she still hit her son for not eating her food, still thinking of her children first. Yes, yes, that was powerful, right? Because I don't think that like I've ever, um, people in real life that might have gone through like divorces and stuff like that, and it's like, and again, this is a fake book, so maybe I mean, it's like not a real story, it's not a biography or anything like that, but it definitely is virtuous to like think of the kid first. It's like, hey, like your health is first and foremost. This other thing that's happening is second. You know. Um, yeah, this book is just kind of sad, really. Like, I love the way it's written. I love like it's very easy to read. It's very interesting. Like I said, I appreciate what the author has done with the book, what the translator has done with the book, because it's made it very easy to read. I can picture the emotions and the places, very well written. Just the story itself, it's it, it's very eye opening too, because it's like you want to judge these kids, and I don't know if you guys feel, but I'm not a perfect son. It makes you think of like, damn, I want to make sure I appreciate my parents while they're here, and not wait till you can't have that anymore, because like you shared, you don't have that anymore, so it definitely like sometimes we don't know. It's kind of like what they're going through too. You don't know what you have until it's gone. So that's pretty crazy, but not my favorite book because it one makes me feel guilty and it makes me feel sad, and those are two things I don't like feeling, is guilty and sad. But that's the only reason it but it's fair. Like I love going through emotions. I love, like, I think that I have empathy, so it's like going through these emotions is what we read books for, right? Um, Lynn, you say all of that, the way father treats her, what she expects from her children in order by order of age, the discipline, it all is so authentic to what I've heard of Korean culture. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I think these places are still real. Like, and I don't know. This is just definitely a judgment. I could be wrong. And if anybody, we got 9 people in here. If you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like Asian countries tend to be more conservative and more traditionalist. Even nowadays, again, could be wrong. I haven't traveled. That's something I want to do. I know that there, in I know we're talking about Korea, but Korea and Japan are very advanced technologically. They import a lot of technology, so maybe it's the same as here, like in the cities less traditional, in the countries even more traditional. So it could be just the same, but it seems to me like when I see anything from these countries, that's the vibe that I get. It's like conservative traditionalists, and the book definitely holds up to things like that. um, and then Lynn, you said like they took her for granted. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and then it's also crazy because it's like not just that they took her for granted like while she was alive, but it's almost kind of like when the pharmacist kind of threw it in their faces of like, yo, I like told y'all like 2 weeks ago and you're barely getting here now. It's kind of like some of it is being thrown in their head and like they're kind of embarrassed about it because it even said like when when people were asking them like, hey, how did your mom come missing, like it's like to the point where they're like trying to like downplay because it didn't make them look good. That's the vibe that I got. And then Lynn, you said, I wonder why mom and her sister were so adversarial. Maybe it's just a sibling thing, Like, I mean, we'll see in the book. Maybe something did happen, but I mean that's kind of typical of siblings, Like when I don't know what's typical because I've known close siblings too, but there's sibling rivalries, sibling rivalries. That's, I feel like that's hard for me to say. But maybe that's what maybe that's the vibe that we're picking up. Also just two different people, right? Maybe mom was a little bit more strict and traditional versus auntie might have been like a little bit more like free spirit or something. Len, you're an only child. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not an only child. And Amina, you're the oldest of four. Well, I'm not an only child, but me and my sister are like 10 years apart. So she was a very like motherly figure to me because she would take care of me. Like there wasn't like a lot where it's like, even though we got into trouble together, like we were still. She was like so much older and mature than me. Like I would listen to her a little bit more. There was never times where I'd be like, nah, I do what I want. Um, so I feel like I'm definitely the youngest though until my nephew came along, but I was the youngest, so I definitely had the little brother experience. And then Lindy said I definitely took my mom for granted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, my mom still helps me. She helps me a lot. Thank you, ma. I appreciate you, Alfredo. You help me a lot too. Um, but yeah, like I don't know. How can you repay somebody who's given you life? It's like already an uphill battle. But yeah, and I think that's probably the beauty of this book is that like it's telling you like, hey, dog, or girl, parents ain't gonna be here forever. Don't take them for granted. So, um, and then Lynn, you have a good question. Amina, Did you feel a lot more was expected from you? And then Amina said, definitely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're the oldest. You set the example. I know. So my son's experience is the same experience, like my oldest son's experience. So Peter, he's 7. His sister is 10 to 11 years older than him. So my oldest, graduated versus my son is small. And yeah, like I know he feels the pressure of like, hey, what you do, your younger siblings are gonna see and they're gonna try to do. So I feel like maybe that's maybe with Amina you might have gone through too, right? Because I definitely see it. I didn't. I wasn't the oldest. Um, but yeah, Yeah. So, um, Amina, you said my mom went back to college later in life, and I had to take care of siblings while she was at school. Really resented it. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, especially like I know back in the day, I'm a millennial. I'm 36, and the people were different back then, right? Like things that kind of won't fly, like a sibling taking care of the other siblings. Um, my dad Alfredo, he's the oldest of his siblings, and he talks about how he would kind of have to like watch them all, and he would say funny stories and stuff like that. But yeah, like um, it's kind of something that families had always done. So Lynn, you say great book for examining family dynamics. Yeah, not just like there, but also like in yourself. Like you start kind of like it's like a book that's like a mirror because you start looking at your own life and seeing things like that. So I want to go ahead and start wrapping this up. So I want to ask you guys before we go through the end, what do you guys think is gonna happen in the book? I'm interested to see because I don't think anybody's read this one, right? So yeah, introspective. Yeah, that's a good word. Lesson: appreciate those around you because they won't always be there. Good point, Amina, for sure. Yeah, it's life, right? Like it reminds me of like that stoic saying, "Memento mori." Remember, you're gonna die. And so, like, yeah, definitely you have to think about that stuff. Uh, but predictions, guys, predictions. What do we find mom? Does mom get picked up by a better family and get adopted? Um, or is mommy gone forever? What do we think is gonna happen with mom? Are they ever gonna find her? So I guess answer this. One, do they find mom? Yes or no? And then what do you think happens? So I know you hope she's found, but what do you think is gonna happen? Well, hoping's one thing, what you actually think is gonna happen could be another one. Do you think she's found? She's gonna be found? How do you think she's gonna be found? I unfortunately, actually, hold up. Let's see. Lynn says, I think they find her blue sandals and all. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you think she gets found, blue sandals and all. I, I, I have a feeling that she might never be found, and it might like it seems like the book is gonna end in that mystery. It's like she was never found. What happened to mom? That's what I think is gonna happen. Uh, I don't think I think it's gonna be like a big emptiness. Like the book's gonna be left like uncertain. They never find mom. They just keep searching, and it's gonna be up to you to like either think that she was found or that she wasn't found. So that is my 2 cents. So, hey, we got 9 people in here. I want to thank you guys. This is the book club, guys. It's growing. So, someone please take care of mom. Yeah, someone please take care of mom, Lynn. That's funny. Okay, so look, I got 9 people in here, right? This is the book club. We usually do this yesterday, right? But hey, we're flexible here, right? We've had to postpone things for me, and we've had to postpone things because we're flexible, but this is fun, right? And what my hope is that, hopefully out of these 9 people that are in here, some of you guys are reading the book with us, and maybe you just don't want to share. That's fine, that's great. But if not, if you're just wanting to hear our thoughts on this book, that's cool too, I am hoping to possibly start going live one other time of the day to just chill, just kind of like what we did yesterday. Amina, did you like the vibe from yesterday, right? Like I've sang a couple songs now on the channel, but maybe just a Q&A every week, just talk, just get to know each other, see what's good. I mean, is that something that people in the chat would be interested in? We keep the book club going and we could do lives. What do you guys think? I mean, you said yes, it was fun, awesome. I would love to continue getting to know everybody. I mean, it's, Len and Amina, y'all got to virtually meet Brenda and Shayla, which, they've been with us from since well with me since the Amp Theory days, and they just popped in. Uh, Lynn said, "This is my in real life social life." Hey, me. I mean, yeah, me too. In a way, this is my way of traveling. This is how I get to meet people from different parts of the world. So one of my coworkers was actually Blade from yesterday. He was telling me, "Hey, man, that was me. The guy that was the other person that was talking in the chat that said I should react to anime. That was my coworker. I didn't know it was him. So but that was pretty cool." But guys, I think we're gonna call this. You know, I gotta get some rest. I'm tired, so I think I'm gonna post a video tonight because it's all done. I just gotta post it. Um, what's the video? Oh, it's that RM Megan the Stallion. So have y'all heard the song? Hopefully y'all liked it. We'll talk about it. Have I picked the next book? I have not. But we also have a chat where me and you guys going. I have to look at the RM books because I did pick up another book from the library, but it's a Haruki Murakami book, and I don't know. I don't know if we should do another Haruki Murakami. So I was thinking maybe the Ralph Waldo Emerson books. I gotta see what's at my library. But I want. So we're reading RM, like we're reading BTS RM books, uh, BTS recommended books by RM Sugar and all that. So I'm gonna look them up and I'm gonna see which one I'm interested in, and we will. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know in the chat, and then we'll announce it next time too. I'll let you guys know early in the chat though. For the people that are. So if you're on here and you're wanting to know the next book, come follow me on Instagram and ask me to put you in the chat and all that. Come on, we're here to socialize, guys. We're here to talk, and if if English is not your first language, it's all good. I speak Spanish, and I could translate. If it's not a language that I speak, and you might speak English a little broken, hey, let's practice. Let's practice, and maybe you could teach us your language. We'll teach you your language, right, ladies. I don't think we mind, right? We're friendly. We don't bite. So guys, thank y'all so much. We're gonna be finishing the end of this book, right, by next time. Um, and yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Bye.